Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Outer Wilds. I'm your host, Dalkin Starbine. Let's get back into it, shall we? Today, we're gonna go visit Vessel. Which is going to be fun because it's inside Dark Bramble, which you guys know how much I love me some Dark Bramble. So very, very much. So, my roommate pointed out to me yesterday after my stream that, I do in fact have a, signal scope on my ship that I can use. Definitely didn't completely ignore that on my HUD literally this entire time. Absolutely not. Why would that ever be the case? Still don't like the music in here. It's brilliantly composed, and that's why I don't like it. Because it fits the atmosphere perfectly. That atmosphere is, unfortunately, for me, very, very spoopy. lights coming from it. Yeah, there's the escape pod. Okay, here we go. Alright, so once we get in here, we have to do the straight shot. We want to go a little bit up so we can avoid that anglerfish right at the entrance. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jeebus. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. I don't like it. Suppose I should have confirmed previously that it was in fact there. Alright. Oh boy. Let's hope I'm actually going the correct direction here. Nope. That was, in fact, wrong, I think. No, no, maybe it wasn't. Ah, there it is. Vessel. It's upside down. Or else I am. escape pod. Huh. Mortally wounded indeed. Oh, I see. It's just... I see. The escape pods are attached to those, and the fourth escape pod never launched because it was caught in that thing. Oh, geez. More... Yeah, I guess I should have expected that. But oh, boy. Alright, so I guess the question is, how do we get in? Alright. Spacesuit on. Nope. Here we are. Ship log updated. Bridge? Mayhap? That looks like a main power thing. Didn't actually mean to move that. Restore power? Oh. Oh. Oh, is this where I put in the coordinates? Okay, let's see. I wrote those down somewhere here. Give me a second. Here we are. Ah, heck. No! Oh my god. Really hard on controller. There we go. No. Okay, oh my god, can you not? Okay, I'm getting on frickin' mouse for this, because jeez. Alright. There we go. And then... Oh my god, do I have to bring... I have to bring a functional... I have to come back! I have to replace the warp core with, like, functional warp bits! Oh no! That's actually kind of cool, but also, oh no! I can't actually put that down now. Hey, Adian. Yeah, I only just got here. I'm gonna have to come back, apparently, because... I think I have to fix the Nomai warp core for those coordinates to actually be useful. These doors don't seem to open, probably on account of lack of power. Be my guess. Some of the power still works. That much is certain. Well, we're at that time already, I guess. what else there's to see, if anything, around here. Make sure I didn't miss anything in the bridge before we go running off, grabbing warp cores from the frickin' high energy lab. Assuming that is in fact what I want. I don't even know if it is. I don't know what this does. Oh, because I won't be able to warp the entire ship to... But maybe that's just like a little warp pad. So with a little warp core, maybe it would work. I'll have to poke at my ship log. Kaboom! I don't even know how I'm gonna do this fast enough. Okay, because I need to get to frickin' Ember Twin and get the... Okay, well, let's look at my ship log first, make sure it's not, like, telling me something different, but... Hey, Ian. You know, something I didn't try with the interloper is literally just pointing my signal scope at it. Nope, nothing. Nada. Zip, zippity doo dah. Zilch. Might already be too late to get down into the high energy lab. We'll find out. Yep, swoosed right in. Oh, in fact, I'm actually slightly early. Do-do-do-do. Get past the pricklies, please. Ow. Alright, I need to go... There we go. Meow. I don't know if this is gonna work. Assuming I can even get there fast enough. Let's see, where's my ship? My ship is all the way over there. Can't put stuff down in my ship. Well, that makes that kind of a bust, doesn't it? Sad days. Black Hole Forge was offline. I didn't see, like, another entire finished advanced warp core in there. I'm assuming the one that they did make is currently powering the Ash Twin project. Or should I say being powered by. There's the interloper again. There's more to see on the vessel, apparently, but... I was able to put the coordinates into the thing on the vessel, on the bridge, but it didn't seem to do anything. Clonk. I don't know what I clonked against, but I clonked. That time I clonked against Ash Twin. Yeah. What's needed repair? Was it just the lights and the landing gear? Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm probably not gonna have time to get to Vessel now, but... we will find it. Alright. Scram! I don't like this planet. It is spooky as hell. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't like spooky space time. Also, hi, Reiner. Yeah, already end times again. Already holding warp core. Oh, what? That was a different prompt. Warp core does not fit. Nice. Well, at least that's a good confirmation. Don't, pardon me, excuse me. Don't mind me. Excuse you. What do you mean I don't know how to use a hammer properly? Where did that come from? Are we already 50 minutes into the stream? Jeez. there was some meltwater around here. Well, I'm gonna go over here because I think it was over here. Spacesuit on. That was unnervingly close. Excuse? Ah, okay. I'm just completely freaking oblivious. That was it, right there. The entire freaking time. I'm not the nerd in this scenario yet. I'm not sure how to feel about that statement. Oh boy. Why would I want to prove that I'm not? Especially if I have to use a hammer and a warp core. That just seems not safe. In general. try this again. Ugh. Heck. Ow. Aw, damn you. You know what I should be doing for this? I've wasted so much time for. So I should be warping to that other warp pad from the Ash Twin project. I just didn't realize that's where the warp pad goes to. Hasn't even begun to do the sandfall yet. Yeah, so funny thing about that, Rainer, you wake up differently depending on how you die. So, like, if you die suddenly and violently, like burning up in the sun, you gasp when you wake up. If you, die from suffocating, um, you gasp, but you're gasping for breath when you wake up. It's, kind of interesting in a horrifying sort of way. There's the Pillar of Doom. It does kind of depend on if you subscribe to multiverse theory, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the sun tower. This must be for the Hourglass Twins itself. I am a fan of multiverse theory. However, there is admittedly problems with, where does all that energy and matter come from? For example, um, it's entirely possible that there is more, matter and energy floating around out there than we know about, or can possibly observe, or it could just be that, because it's a process that happens on a scale larger than our universe, those rules simply don't apply. But it's an interesting question to me. 2 warp pads here. Okay, okay, so which one is which? Is the quest? In order to find out for both of these, I have to wait till the Sand Pillar of Doom comes directly overhead. Here's something to bake your noodle. Assuming a multiverse, are the laws of physics different in other universes, or are the laws of physics always the same? Well, I mean, that is the question. There's no way to possibly know, because we cannot, currently, as far as we know, observe anything outside of our universe. So it's impossible, at least right now, for us to even test that. Okay, so that takes me to this. So the other one has to take me into the core, maybe? Well, let's go refill our oxygen while that's going around and around and around. I would imagine so, unless, of course, there's a universe out there that, well, yeah, I guess if all of them did follow our laws of physics, then yes. Okay, here's the moment of truth. So it only has to be within 5 degrees, right? But zoops me up sooner. Well, I guess I could try to get in towards the end of it. Sorry, guys. I am trying to keep up with this fascinating discussion on the philosophical implications of consciousness. But I'm also trying to time the incoming wave here. There we go. I did it! I'm here! Oh my gosh! Okay, now that I'm paused, let's catch up with this. If well, that's an interesting proposal, idea. And so, just each separate collapse of the wave fund, like each possibility continues to exist simultaneously. We just are only capable of perceiving a single outcome of the wave function, and so think that it has collapsed. Well, I mean, in fairness, I did see the other stuff about how Ash Twin and Ember Twin share a central. They count as a single astronomical body, so it stood to reason that, okay, so they'd have two towers that both activate at the same time, and that was the Twin Towers, and the one went to Ember Twin, so the other would stand to reason it went into the core of Ash Twin. Oh, okay, so, right. The third one is just the one that transmits information back for the probe tracker itself. Interesting. And this is the view I've been seeing every single time. This music, though, dang. Today we finish the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. Pogue just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis. The cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well, and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? It's another statue. This cycle at will. Gravity control. I take it this is the main power switch? I don't think I want to touch that for right now. That could actually, like, stop everything. Maybe it just opens up the warp core. suspiciously like, things getting exploded by the sun. Not sure if it's that or if it's just I'm hearing like the idle like turning, not turning, whatever of stuff. Still have a few minutes before that goes. So I can find out what this does. Yeah, I was right. That exposes the core. Oh, jeez. I have to remove the warp core and get it to the ship before the sun explodes. Because if I remove that, this turns off. I don't get another chance. I get one shot. That's it. I think I've already read all of these conversations. Yeah. Okay, so this is protected from the supernova, but whoa. Whoa! There it goes. So theoretically, that version of me is still alive, but this version of me isn't going to remember anything past that. Well, this is gonna be an interesting exercise, isn't it? The actual, like, area from which that captures stuff is surprisingly far away. I mean, part of it's also just the in-body gravitation, but... The sun, the sun, the sun. Come on, give me the towers. I'm not even sure by the time that is uncovered that I even have enough time to get from Ash Twin. I can't actually get down to the port pad yet. And I don't think there's another way to make one. Can't make another one at the Black Hole Forge. Can I? I don't think I can. Because it's still busted up. So that's the only replacement warp core I have for the Nomai ship. What do you mean there's more to explore here? What did I freaking miss? Excuse? Or is it just, oh shit, the warp core comes out? Okay, this is literally the earliest I can get in here. If this doesn't work, I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, how far into the loop are we? 8 minutes. 8 entire minutes into the loop. I'm not convinced this is what I'm supposed to do. Will disable the Ashwin project. Oh. Okay, no, that's fine. I just missed the status thingy. That's all that has to say about that. Well, before we do that, I don't know. I don't know what else I would wind up doing, though, is the thing. Okay, yeah, that's it. And it's already been another couple of minutes. So I have, so 22 minus 8-ish minutes. It's gonna be like 14 minutes. I have 14 minutes to get from here and get that to the Nomai ship and hopefully take it to the Eye of the Universe. Okay. Reset time. Let's go. Cause let's level here. I have to disable this mechanic. This very same thing right here. This is what I'm disabling. If I die, I don't get to come back again. Unless there's another me in another timeline. Timelines. Ziz. I don't even know. But chances are I'm not coming back from that. So I pretty much probably have to get that in the first go. The other thing is, too, is they were still trying to explore that friggin' comet. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to finish doing that if I do this. I don't think I want to do this yet. Actually. I still haven't figured out what's up with the interloper. But I want to. But I can't get inside it. Is I've poked back at this several times. Hello. Yeah, like... Wait a second. No, that couldn't be it, could it? No, that's just the light doing weird things, playing tricks on me. I can't find this freaking fissure they were talking about that goes inside of it. They said it was on the sunward side. So, like, there's this thing here, but I've been all over the inside of that. There's no way down into the interloper from this. Not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Really don't freaking know. I can't get this energy reading. I don't know what the heck. So my signal scope isn't getting anything. I want the sunward side. Go here? Nothing. Go here? Nothing. Go here? Nothing. Go here? Nothing. Nothing and nothing. All empty. All of the time. There's our satellite. Heckies. Oh. Okay. So a bunch of the ice actually does melt when you get close enough to the sun. And then it reforms. So I have to... Or does it just melt each time? See, I thought I'd watched out for the ice melting before, but... Yeah, it looks like the ice then reforms when it gets farther away from the sun. That's great. So I have to let my ship basically just either get stuck or lost in space, I guess. So Rainer, I will tell you, my first time I ever tried streaming back in like 2014, I played about 30 minutes of Dead Space, and then I never played the game ever again. So, yeah, spoopy games and me do not mix terribly well. It's just, not a good time. I basically spend the entire time screaming and crying. Probably entertaining for other people, but it's not something I tend to be able to keep up with. There are some things that are kind of spoopy-ish, but aren't like necessarily made to be a spoopy game, like, say, Half-Life. That I can handle just fine. You know, there are points that reach my limit, but I can deal with it. Alright, I'm gonna just restart this loop, I think. Because I've already been dicking around out here for a while. And I'm not even sure how much longer I have, but it's not super long. I will say that this game does have its spoopy moments. It's the reason why I don't like Dark Bramble. It makes me cry. Also, while we have people here, I'm thinking of throwing together some, like, tip incentives and stuff for the stream, and I was wondering if you guys had any, suggestions, recommendations, ideas. Rendezvous with the interloper. I will have to configure my avatar for that alien, but it was something that I considered throwing together. Hello, Bramble-ass. Goodbye, Bramble-ass. Okay, so theoretically my ship may get stuck in the ice here, but that would be better than it yeeting off of the interloper, so we'll see what happens, I guess. It might also just yeet straight off the interloper anyway, because I can't get it to stay put. Gravy, baby. Okay, yes, and there comes the ice. Right back. Apparently, that's an okay spot for my ship, at least for now. So that's cool. Same hat, same hat! but just with a bunch of TF2 hats on. Yeah, Okay, so I guess I want to be over here when the ice melts. I'm gonna have to wait for the interloper to get back to the sun again. Too bad I can't camp out right here. Skip time. So hey, while we're waiting for that, so yeah, I was thinking like tip incentives. You know, stuff like, you know, you tip a certain amount and you know, I'll do something on stream or whatever, that sort of thing. You know, tip incentives. Um, I had some more concrete ideas for this, but I forgot to write them down. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of an open invitation if anyone thinks of something you might like to be able to throw money at the screen and see me do something silly or, you know, like start singing something public domain or that sort of thing on stream. Like, I don't know. I think Happy Birthday is public domain now, but I don't know if I want to specifically have a tip trigger for that. Yeah, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm an okay singer. um... I know some streamers have like for dropping bits or whatever. They'll have like, "Hey, remember to drink, you thirsty beast." But I'm actually pretty good about keeping a drink with me while I'm streaming. I've actually got this with me right now. You can't. Excuse me, can't see it, but I just about inhaled it. Have a tip alert to remind me not to inhale my drink. We could do... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the same time, I don't want to just copy everybody else, you know? I want my stream to be fun and interesting and different, and so I guess at the very least, then I should watch more stuff to see what is already common, so I can avoid that. But a Ziggy Boogie Doog Bomb. I don't know what that is. I'm. Oh, right. Yeah, Ziggy Boogie Doog. No, we're not doing Ziggy Boogie Doog. Sorry, Ian. It's not happening. It is what happens on for 22 minutes. Every $10 tip, look up a random fact and read it. That's an interesting one. I'd have to figure out how to generate random facts to read. Okay, we are getting close to the sun. The sun. Where the frickin' fissure was. It's down here. Don't know! I lost track of it already! Heck! No, it's going to go away! Dang it. Right here. This is where it was. This is where I want to get into. It's right here. Crunch. I think that did actually move my ship a little bit. Thank you for subscribing to Cat Facts. For all of your cat fact needs. Looking up random anime titles and describing what the story is based off the first picture you see. That could be one, is actually have someone include something in with the tip to look up, to have me read on stream. I'd have to make, like, I'd have to vet stuff to make sure it's nothing, you know, too inappropriate for stream. I have this marked as an adult stream, but there's still stuff that's off limits. Mostly I have it marked as an adult stream, so I can say stuff like, bitch. And not have to worry about it. Gasp! Language. Yep. Cats use their tails for balance and have nearly 30 individual bones in them. To cancel daily cat facts, reply cancel. Did you, text subscribe to, cat facts? Resubscribe. I'd also have to put some kind of limits on, like, the length of stuff and whatnot that I'd be reading, because, you know, I can't just have, like, somebody link me, like, you know, an 8-mile long Wikipedia article and expect me to read the whole thing on stream for, like, $5. Man, the sun's big enough now that the interloper's orbit actually goes through it. Which means I'm going to need to just skip the rest of this loop and start over. Don't kill cats, though, for real. It should honestly still be a crime punishable by death. Start slowing down soon enough. So much for making that a smooth intercept. Spacesuit on. It's not where I landed before, but it's gonna have to do. If my ship eats off into space, well, rip. Okay, where's that frickin' crevasse? There it is. I am not a Twitch affiliate yet. I need more followers and more average viewers, but I am on the way. Whole frickin' cavern. Hey, ghost matter. What do you say? Oh, good. Ghost matter in all of these freaking tunnels, man. Yep, there it is. Okay, interesting. Alright, well, let's check this out first. Also, hooray! I made it inside the interloper! Who knows if my ship is still on the interloper? I have been afraid to turn around and check. But I'm inside the interloper. Am I gonna find out more about this freaking ghost matter crap? Also, hey, a tree. That passes through ghost matter. one is the only one that doesn't strictly pass through ghost matter. So, here we go. Holy butts! Okay. Yeah, that is absolutely full of it. Really big crystals. Is this what brought the ghost matter to the system? It would make sense, given the timing. I want to keep left after going through that first one. Presumably. Seems like, anyway. Looks like there's a pool of ghost matter down in the middle. Yeah. That I want to avoid. Wow, it is just going. Oh, wow. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second! Is that a dark bramble seed? Okay, no mine perished here. Okay. Oh man, they have ghost matter crystals growing on them. So, I was right. Don't know what this is, still, but this is definitely what ended the Nomai in the system. Oh boy. Is it just the recorder? Did it just drift down there? Yeah. 60 seconds of oxygen remaining. Well, that's okay. Already read that. I never actually died to ghost matter, but this is definitely where it came from. Apparently it's fine on the crystallized ghost matter. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting back to that tree in time. It's fine, it's whatever. I think I've seen what there is to see in here. Dang, Grid Main Grid! Yep, here we go. Passing out. Yeah, a kid does say that it evaporates after a long time. And the Nomai have been gone for almost 300,000 years. So... that's part of why I was suspecting that the ghost matter is what killed all of the Nomai in the first place, was because of the fact that they've been gone for like 280 some odd thousand years. That's plenty of time for a whole heap of ghost matter suddenly showing up to have then subsequently evaporated. Because in the Sun Station, you get a thing that says that it's been idle for 280 some odd thousand years. And so it went into sleep mode until the sun started to explode. And right after they figured out that the Sun Station wasn't going to work, they went off to explore the interloper. But yeah, if you, yeah, it's in the very entrance area of the Sun Station. There's a thing next to the, airlock that you would normally take to, get to the other half. And it says... this is, we've been idle for 280 some odd thousand years. And then it's like, 10 minutes ago, the sun started to explode. Alright, I was gonna double check my log. It says I still have more to explore at Vessel, but I don't know if that more to explore is from... if I can only solve that from putting the replacement warp core in, or if there's something else that I missed there. But, it's getting pretty late. We've actually gone, pretty close to an hour. Okay, we're still orbiting the sun. We're fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think next time we're gonna go ahead and check out Vessel again, just to make sure I haven't missed anything else there that's like obvious. No, actually, what it says is, yeah, there's, like, last command received 280 some odd, like 283,000, some like that, years ago. And then, like, 6 minutes ago, it has detected that, the sun has gone into its expansion phase. And so it had an automatic command to automatically shut the emergency hatches, to seal the emergency hatches, and issue an evacuate warning. And that's the first thing it's done in almost 300,000 years. Is shut the hatch that you have to open to hop to the other half of the station. And then you get there, and it's like, and by the way, the sun is going to envelop the station in, like, a minute. And yes, thank you for joining me for this mission, this stream, the stuff with the things. I appreciate all of you coming, as always. We will be back again on Thursday for Dust and Elysian Tale. Same time as always, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And, yeah, and then on Friday, we'll be back again, as always, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So Friday will be more Outer Wilds, and maybe we'll finish this thing. I don't know. But it does kind of feel like we're coming up on the end here. So, or at least the end of something. Seeing as, you know, removing the thing that powers the time loop is kind of a big deal. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I might actually wind up taking Friday off, but we'll see. I'm not going to any conventions or anything, but I would like some extra time, honestly, to be able to put together some additional graphics for like my overlay and to be able to maybe hash out some more ideas for like tip incentives and also figure out what the heck I'm going to do after I'm done playing Outer Wilds. I've got a huge Steam backlog, and so I'm not lacking for stuff to play for the first time. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna wind up doing. I have one or two of the newer Tomb Raider games that I've never played any of the newer Tomb Raider games that came out in the 2010s. So, I'll probably wind up doing that, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I can show you my backlog. I mean, it's huge. Like it's massive. I don't have everything specifically grouped as like unplayed. So there is other stuff in here that I have played. Let's see here. Let's add Steam as a window capture. Oh, it doesn't like that. Let's see. What if we... Aha! There we go. Okay. And then make that a little bit bigger so everybody can see it. All right. So let's see. Favorites obviously I've played. So I have played some of the stuff in this list, but there's a lot of stuff here that I haven't touched. So like Rise of the Tomb Raider is in here. Let's see. I don't know why I have Company of Heroes. Obviously I've got, you know, Cyan stuff. Some of these I've played, some of these I haven't, but it has been quite a while, even for the ones I have played. This is one. Puzzle Agent, Puzzle Agent 2. I think a friend got those for me, and I haven't played those yet. Yeah, you know, the thing about Sam and Max is I did play seasons 1 and 2 on GameTap back when. I don't know if this picks up from that or if there was some stuff in between or if it's just a completely separate thing entirely. And yeah, that is Cyan's The Manhole. Um, I got everything that Cyan has on Steam. I believe I have on Steam. I don't know if it works on modern systems, but it's on Steam, so theoretically, sometimes their support for old games can be kind of spotty. So I haven't tried it. Um, yeah, Sim and Max can be kind of interesting. It's got a very specific sense of humor to it. Um, but yeah, could definitely do like a poll or something to see what people would be most interested in watching me play next. I also played these Wallace and Gromit Telltale stuff. These are yeah, like a lot of these are. I do have like an unplayed section, but I haven't. There's a lot of stuff I haven't played. I haven't added to the unplayed section. Um. Oh yeah, here's Tomb Raider 2013, I believe. Um. So that's a thing. Yeah, I got some more Hammer stuff in here. There's Dawn of War. There's um, at least a couple of others in here. This one I've played a little bit of. Like, I feel like a friend got it for me. It was like a group top-down shooter thing. The Bard's Tale I have definitely played through. That's a good game. It's very fun. I wouldn't mind playing through it again on stream. Especially because I've only played through it like the once, I think. And it's got RPG-ish elements to it. Um, it's a very funny game. Um, especially if you've got a stupid sense of humor like mine. I don't even remember what this one is about. I think you're supposed to build like siege engines and see how well they work. Oh, Reiner, Bard's Tale is so good. I think you would love it. It is. You are playing the stereotypical pants partying bard, like the satire of every bard. Um, that is your actual character, and that's just how you play through the game, and it's uh, it's a trip. Yeah. You play through like an entire like campaign, but it's this uh yeah, yeah. Pants partying bard. Black Desert. Nope, I don't remember what this one is at all. It looks medieval. Multiplayer co-op, partial controller support. Yep, not a freaking clue. Brawlhalla. Oh yeah, it's like a fighter game. I don't get into fighter games terribly often. This game was fun. It was cute. It's kind of it's got some gameplay. A lot of it is just like it's a story experience. I'll put it that way. Chivalry, medieval warfare. I don't remember why I have this one either. Oh yeah, this was a VR detective game that my roommate and I played. Daylight. That's definitely a horror game, which you can see I played 14 minutes of it and then noped the heck out and never went back. Yeah, I got the Duke Nukem Forever like when it came out, because I wanted to see how much of a disaster it was going to be, and it was not. Um, like okay, gameplay wise, there's nothing really to say about it. It's honestly as a shooter, gameplay wise, it's fine. There's nothing to write home about. It isn't particularly bad mechanically either. However, um, that's about as positive as it gets. um, it's got some really outdated writing in it that the jokes would have been very funny, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Now it's just very tone deaf and it tries to poke fun at like Half-Life and Halo and stuff. And uh, yeah, it's a train wreck if we're being honest. Like no issues with poking fun at other games or anything, but it definitely needed work. Um, and those jokes just weren't particularly funny. I think they would have been funnier with better context surrounding them, but a lot of it was yikes. It's like, oh, ha 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 ha, wall boobies on the alien ship, and there's three of them because ha ha. Like that's, eh. There's a fair bit of just misogyny and other stuff. Um, it's not great. Hey, look, it's Dead Space. Yep, there it is. Played 47 minutes, about half of an hour of which was actual playtime on stream. My favorite genre. Um, that's a good question. I don't know. I like quite a few different types of games. I mean, obviously, I like a good mystery. I like something where I'm getting to explore and uncover and discover things. That's why I've been loving Outer Wilds so much. And it's why I'm a big fan of the Myst games. I love being able to just get my hands into a good mystery and unravel it myself. Um, I also enjoy good platformers. Like Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Both very, very fun games for me. I loved them a lot. I also really like RPGs. Anything with a good, solid story to it, honestly. And if it's a story I can get into, even if it's not an RPG. I'm a big, 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 big fan of the Mass Effect franchise, even for all its flaws, and it's got a fair amount of them, especially like there are the things that 3 is notorious for, and many of those are not unfair criticisms. But the gameplay was also, out of the 3, I would say, the best in Mass Effect 3. I also really enjoyed the gameplay in Mass Effect Andromeda, but that's not really surprising, seeing as that was led up by the team that did the combat and multiplayer in Mass Effect 3. So, the big thing was that Andromeda really, really needed a lot of work in the story department and the characters, just the writing in general. It wasn't terrible, it just was not up to the quality standard that the series had set forth, although arguably met with the quality standard that it fell back down to by the end of 3, so shrug. But I actually picked up at one point the remastered version of Mass Effect, and that was another one I was considering doing on stream, because I love Mass Effect, and I would love to just play through the entire trilogy on stream. I liked Andromeda. Like, I didn't... I would say I liked Andromeda, but despite the fact that I liked Andromeda, there was still a lot of stuff that, in my opinion, it could have done better. In a lot of ways, the open world aspects felt a lot closer to Mass Effect 1 than 2 or 3 ever did. And I didn't mind that, especially because I feel like Andromeda did those aspects better than 1 did. But the story itself didn't suck me in. And the characters, while I liked a lot of the characters conceptually, the way they are used in the narrative was, in my opinion, missing a lot of key opportunities for what they could have done with those characters. There's a lot of stuff that they could have done to get you more invested in those characters as a part of your crew, and, you know, really just forming bonds between the characters and getting the player to be attached more closely to these characters. I think part of it, too, was they were trying to do a little bit too much all at once with Andromeda. Like, they're trying to set up literally the entire thing. And I think if they wanted Andromeda to be a multi-part series, like like the original trilogy, I think they would have done better to actually leave some of that for later installments, or at least for some of the DLC they had planned. Yeah, like, it definitely would have been better if it had been spread out a lot more. Also, like, we didn't get the DLC that they had planned that would have introduced the Quarians and stuff, and I know, speaking for me personally at least, Quarians are one of my favorite parts of Mass Effect, so I was very disappointed that we didn't even get to see that because that got canceled. I think part of that was people were like, oh, no Quarians in Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm not going to buy it. Which, you know, whatever. People can buy or not buy what they want to or don't want to or whatever. But, yeah, I think it's just between all of the issues that it had at launch and the fact that the writing could have used a fair bit of refinement. Like, fundamentally, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. And unfortunately, that was the bar that Mass Effect as a franchise had set. So, Andromeda was fine. Especially once they got the bugs fixed. It was fine. It just really could have been better. In a lot of ways. It could have been better. But I really liked
the combat in it. That was super super solid, and the exploration stuff, just the open world stuff in it, um, was done a lot better than Mass Effect 1, in my opinion. Um, you don't have a lot of open world, quote unquote, in Mass Effect 2 or 3, really. You don't, heck, in 3, you don't really get any at all. And in 2, it only kind of pretends to be open world in some specific missions. Um, but, um, when you're exploring around in Andromeda, like, and you go to these random places, like, it feels like you're in an actual place, not just in a bunch of procedurally generated terrain. Um, and I have to say that is a massive, massive improvement Andromeda had over 1, when it comes to the open world stuff. And I liked being able to get back into some of that open world stuff. Doing that was fun in Andromeda. And so I wouldn't have minded being able to do some more of that. I also liked that with the open world stuff in Andromeda, they had other concerns about, hey, you're in space, and there are these, hazards out here. So it's not just like, you have your car and you drive around in it and it's whatever. Um, it's like, oh yeah, you can have like, oh, it's too toasty here or whatever. And even in um the excursion vehicle, and I can't remember what it's called now. Um, but um, even that thing has its limits. And so I really liked that in that it felt like a real, a more real exploration experience. It really felt like, it's like there are these, was it called the Mako? No, that was the Mako was the tank from Mass Effect 1. I'm talking about the excursion vehicle from Andromeda, the one you drive around in Andromeda. Because you've got the Mako in Mass Effect 1, and then you've got the Hammerhead, which is the hover tank in Mass Effect 2. Um, but then you've got a different one in Andromeda that looks in some ways like the Mako. Look, it's definitely supposed to evoke the Mako, but it's a different thing. It's supposed to be like a civilian variant. Um, and honestly, just driving that thing around felt really good too. Like, it wasn't super bouncy like the Mako was in Mass Effect 1 originally. Which allegedly they fixed, at least to a degree, in the remakes, but we'll see. I think I wouldn't mind replaying that, but I'm not sure like how many days I'm gonna devote to like Tomb Raider or whatever it is. I guess we could just start with that, but that would take a while. I don't think I want to devote all my stream days in the week to just Mass Effect stuff. So we might do like a couple of days a week for that, and then like a couple of days for Tomb Raider. We might do like 1 day a week for Tomb Raider, or 1 day a week for Mass Effect, and then the other one we'll go to whichever one we're gonna do 2 days a week, and then when we're done with Dust, then the one we're only doing 1 day a week might get a second day on that day. Quern. I can't say that I have. I think this is the first I've heard of it. I don't think that I have it. I'll have to keep it in mind and check it out. Oh, look, it's Oblivion. So, fun fact, this was the first and only Elder Scrolls game I ever tried. And, I wound up exploring enough that, like, a skill that was automatically skilling up from me exploring, and honestly, I got lost. I got lost at one point. I was just literally just trying to find my way back. Kept getting more of whatever the skill was that was skilling up just from me wandering around, to the point that I could no longer even attempt to find my way back because uh, everything was super lethal and way bigger than me. So I decided that was enough of that, and I never went back. And I still haven't played Skyrim. Oh, right. I got this at some point. This might be worth streaming a day or two just for funsies. That'd be a different kind of stream though, because it's VR. I would have to own Skyrim first, Reiner, which I still don't even own Skyrim, and I don't plan on buying it. Endless Space Definitive Edition. I don't remember having this one either. That looks also kind of potentially spoopy. Is there under like an about for this? Let's go to the store page. Oh, it's a 4X. Okay. That's not so bad. I don't do a lot of 4X games. I don't think I get as much out of them as, the kind of person who plays 4X games on a regular basis. But they're neat from time to time. I don't know when or where I got this one either. A lot of these I got from like Humble Bundles and stuff. Especially like friends are like, I got this Humble Bundle, but I only wanted like the one game in it, and then they just gave me the entire rest of the bundle. Or whatever. So I have like a bunch of stuff from like that. Oh, this was like a weird shooter. Firewatch was an interesting game. Kind of a walking simulator with some dialogue choices sprinkled in. Also a walking simulator, I believe. I don't remember. I think this was like a VR, like Western shooter thing. Played through some of this game, but I just remember you have like superpowers. Interplanetary is fun if you have the right people to play it with. Kind of solar system scale RTS sort of. Yeah, Metro 2033 was also a little bit spoopy for me to play through. Oh, there's Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So that'll probably what will be on stream at some point. Let's see. I've played this for 1 minute. I don't know what this is. Single-player puzzle game about opening Chinese puzzle boxes that unlock surreal worlds. That could be worth poking at on stream. More puzzle games. The lab. Oh, right. This is an Aperture, like, tech demo thing. Because Valve likes putting their tech demos in Aperture-themed things now. Honestly, it works. I 100%ed this. I don't know what compelled me to 100% it, because I'm normally not a completionist. I should say, I 100%ed the game in terms of the in-game progress thing. Obviously, I'm missing some achievements. But... oh yeah, there, get 100%. It's one of the achievements. I haven't checked to see what the other achievements are, or I don't remember. Probably not going to spend 8,000 hours trying to get those on stream. I have so many different Lego Star Wars games. Like, they've released Lego Star Wars of some variety, like 80 bajillion times. Like, I think Lego Star Wars as a franchise has been released more times than Skyrim at this point. I am pretty sure. At the very least, it's neck and neck. Limbo was neat. It's kind of a puzzle platformer walkthrough thing. Floating screen simulator. Forgot I even had this. Mirror's Edge was a fun one. I was a little disappointed to find out that the newer Mirror's Edge was less good, unfortunately. And in particular, it didn't even pick up from it was a reboot of the story. They reset everything instead of picking up from the really compelling cliffhanger that the first one left off on, which kind of made me cranky, to be honest. You need to go away. Neverwinter. I don't remember which Neverwinter this is. I think this is the newer one. Yeah. From like 2013, yeah. Let's see. I still haven't done the weird autumn stuff for Night in the Woods. I need to do that. I do not remember what Nuclear Dawn is about. I have played all the way through Abduction. There's Ori. Yeah, this is a cute game. Yeah, we're not playing this one. Sorry, too spoopy. Plague Inc. This Plague Inc. Plagued Inc. This one. Ah, Pony Island. Now there's that's a game, all right. Usually, if I have a game like that in my inventory, it's because a friend was like, "Oh, please, please, please play this with me." And I'm like, "I'm not. That's not my kind of game. I'm not." But what if I got it for you? I'm like, "Listen, if you are absolutely hell-bent on this, you can get it for me. But I am warning you now, I am not into that sort of thing. And chances are I'm going to nope out really darn quick. I mean, there's a reason why I stay in the van in Phasmophobia, okay? Like, even Phasmophobia, which on the range of, like, deliberately spoopy games, is, I would rate it lower. And a big part of that is because, you know, I'm playing it with other people. But, you know, I stay in the van to avoid being spooked so much because I can handle it. I break down. Portal and Portal 2. Yeah, some of my favorite games ever. Portal 2. As you can tell, I have several mods, spin-off things for Portal that I have played. Psychonauts I have installed. I haven't played it. My plan is to play it on stream. I've heard it's very good. But yeah, I've never actually played Psychonauts before. So I do plan to play that on stream. PUBG is... I played a little bit with some friends, but Battle Royale is not really for me. So we probably won't be doing that on stream. Quake, the original Quake. That is actually the first game I personally owned. Like, it was the first computer game that was mine. Legit, like, mine. I got it for my birthday, and I was so pleased. I was like, oh man, I got this video game for my birthday, and it's mine! And then I proceeded to play all of it on the computer a lot. Yeah, I noticed. I was poking at the website and I saw you guys were poking around in that Battle Royale world. See, the thing is, starting with Quake 2, Quake became an extremely different franchise from what it was in Quake 1, and I much preferred the kind of aesthetic and everything they were going for in Quake 1, but I guess they decided it was too much like Doom, aesthetically speaking. So they're like, nah, we're just gonna go for like a raw sci-fi, like, you know, pure sci-fi perspective for Quake. Whereas like Doom has like, it's the sci-fi stuff, but it's also just, there's very clearly like the demon, you know, hell elements with, yeah, the occult imagery and stuff. And in Quake 1, it's like that, except for instead of with, you know, like Christian hell, it's, like Lovecraftian-ish. It's pseudo-Lovecraftian sort of stuff. And I don't know, I just really I really dug the aesthetic that it had, and they just hard pivoted away from that in Quake 2, and then in like Quake 3, they just made a multiplayer only game. And I don't even know if Quake 4 was had any kind of single player element to it, but you know, maybe I'll open up Quake 1 on stream at some point. It's been a while since I've played through it. Graphically, it probably doesn't look great these days, but it's fun. And I mean, like, you know, Nine Inch Nails did the soundtrack for Quake 1, and as a shout out to that, Quake 1 has a gun that is just, it's like a rapid fire nail gun, And the ammo for it is just a box that has the 9 Inch Nails logo on it. It's hilarious. And the original Quake soundtrack is also just really good. Um, which, I mean, it was 9 Inch Nails in the 90s, so I would hope it would be good. But yeah, it's a pretty good soundtrack. It goes hard. For being the 90s. Speaking of, I do have Quake 2. I haven't opened it up, but... Well, I haven't opened it up in Steam. I've played Quake 2, but... it's been a couple of decades. Oh, right. I've got mission packs for that original Quake, too. This is an interesting game. It's not much to it. It's in the title. You're racing the suns, like, against music or something. It's like a rhythm game, I think. But, yeah. This game was recommended to me. I don't remember if somebody got it for me or what. But, I've heard it's good. And I do plan on playing it on stream. In fact, I should... While we're going through this, I should add these games to like a to-stream list. Let's create a list for streamable games. There we go. Yeah, this was a multiplayer shooter that somebody got me into for about 3.5 seconds. I didn't really play it if I wasn't playing it with them. It was fine, it just didn't have anything that really grabbed me. No Moria. That is definitely a game that somebody got for me, and they're like, we should play it together. And I'm like, sure, just hit me up whenever. And then they never hit me up about it. That happens more often than I would care to admit. But it's like, I'm happy to try new games. A lot of times, if someone really wants to introduce them to me, but this is part of the reason why I'm like hesitant to just accept games from people, and they're like, play this game with me, I'll buy it for you, and I'm like, okay, but then if we never play it, like, then I feel guilty. But at the same time, it's like, you're the one who wanted me to play it with you. I've been waiting to play it with you. So yeah, I don't know, that might be like Dwarf Fortress or something. We'll just throw it on the stream list for now. And you know what? Because I haven't played these, we'll add them to the stream list also. Oh yeah, Monaco is like a thing. Puzzle Agent and Puzzle Agent 2. We'll stream those. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. Spelunks. I don't know what this one is about either. Missed this on the first pass. Doesn't even have a store page anymore, if it ever did. Literally no idea. We'll add this to the stream list, just because I wouldn't mind doing that again. This one I haven't played. I technically also haven't played the Darkness one, but I remember watching a playthrough of the Darkness one. It was interesting. It's kind of it's set up thematically to be spooky, but it's more of a you're the monster action game sort of thing. Which I guess kind of touches on themes of like losing your humanity and that sort of thing. I have no idea how good this game is. The first one looked fine. But I haven't played it, so we'll put it on the stream list anyway. Let's see. This one. This one we were going to probably try streaming. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Add stream. Not adding Outlast. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Quake 1. We can try streaming that. Well, there's one I haven't played in a good long while. I got really into Robocraft for a while. I had to stop playing because I started raging too hard. It's a fascinating game, conceptually speaking, because the idea is you engineer the craft you're going into these, like, it's like vehicular shooter, matches. So you've got, like, deathmatch, like team deathmatch and, King of the Hill and stuff like that. But, you design your vehicle first, and then, like, bits can be blown off of it, which will affect your performance during play. So the idea is you want to engineer the best vehicle you can to then play with, so that you can, depending on your philosophy, if your philosophy is just avoiding getting hit in the first place, or if your philosophy is including redundancies so that you can keep going despite being hit, and having like more armor or less armor, and reflecting that, depending on if you're doing like a tank or a walker or an aerial vehicle, and what type of aerial vehicle, because there's like planes and there's like helicopters and stuff. And there's also like hover tanks and stuff. So you've got all kinds of options for what you can make and how it can perform and what kind of design philosophy you're going to go with. And then, you get to put that to the test in live matches against other players. So conceptually, it's absolutely fascinating. It's also really frustrating when someone blows off all your hover pads with a lucky shot, and so you're just grounded and can't move anywhere or whatever. And that's less fun. But it's, all just kind of part of the gameplay loop. So I had to stop because I got too angry about not being able to play the game because I sucked at designing stuff that could take a hit, apparently. Yeah, it's very interesting for those who have a mind for engineering and that sort of thing. That's, I think, where the vast majority of the appeal is, to be honest. Um, oh yeah, I played a little bit of this. I get where the humor is. It's not my kind of humor for the most part, unfortunately. I've heard this one's decent. I haven't played it. I'll add it to the stream list. I like Shadowrun as a universe. It's interesting. Oh yeah, here's another 40K game. Space Hulk, because that's what somebody who doesn't like spoopy games needs, is playing a 40K shooter, I believe this is, um, where you're getting on a ship infested by Tyranids. Peak space horror right there. Yeah, I seem to recall that this particular game is a little bit like GTFO, and that it's like you and your group of friends, ideally, or like Left 4 Dead or that sort of thing. It's you and your group of like 3 friends or whatever running around and being chased by mindless monsters, or not necessarily mindless, but yeah, hordes of monsters. In this case, trapped on a spaceship with hordes of monsters. But at least you get to be space marines, so you have big guns. This one I also haven't played because I think my brother got it for me, going like, "Hey, we should play this together," and then guess what happened? I need to pick up the deluxe edition of the Stanley Parable. I think I still have that on my wish list, but I haven't had the dosh to grab it. But I do need to get the deluxe edition. This is a game that doesn't exist anymore. You can still play it. Like there are emulated servers that you can play on, and you can do it legally, as long as you have a client to connect to it with, like a legal copy of the client to connect with. But official servers died in like 2011. The classic Star Wars shooter, which is technically the first installment in the Star Wars Jedi Knight series, even though the first game to have the Jedi Knight title is Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, which is that one directly beneath it. Because you don't do any Jedi stuff in Dark Forces. You find out that your Force assistant, well, Kyle Katarn, the protagonist of the most of these, finds out he's Force sensitive in Dark Forces 2. You're just kind of a mercenary, basically, in Dark Forces 1. But it's a fun story, honestly, and I kind of wish that there would be more "you're not a Jedi" Star Wars, like, single player campaign shooters. You know, I want to play more like Han Solos or whatever. There's tons and tons and tons of Star Wars games where you get to be a Jedi. I wanna be a Star Wars game where I get to be, freaking Han Solo or Boba Fett or Mando or whatever. Yeah, Freaking uh Republic Commando. It's literally right there. Republic Commando was a very good game. I really enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. It's um it's got its weak points, but overall, it's a very solid game. I really liked the story, and it's got that co-op element to it, which feels really good too. And the co-op element isn't necessary for me, but I do enjoy, especially if I can do, what's like real co-op, where it's like you're not just ordering your squad around, but like you have other people playing a campaign cooperatively with you. Going back to the Andromeda thing, I was actually really hoping and kind of disappointed um, myself in hoping so hard for this. Was they announced that you could be one of either of the twins that would, both, either of those would be protagonist for the story. And I was thinking, oh, that's cool. So then, wouldn't it be cool if you could have the opportunity to then have your friend play the other twin and go through the campaign as a cooperative thing? And you could, have bits where like one twin or the other twin would be the only one who could do like a special thing during like certain conversation interactions or that sort of thing. Um and yeah, it would take a little bit of doing to make sure that it would still optionally be single player, but I thought that that would have been, yeah, I would love a full co-op campaign, Mass Effect campaign. Because Mass Effect multiplayer is, to this day, some of my favorite multiplayer shooter stuff that I have ever done. And I sunk a shameful amount of hours into Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Like, hundreds of hours into just Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Um, and it was a little disappointing that Andromeda's multiplayer was kind of super dead from the word go. It was not. It was hard to find good matches. Um, and I would love to just be able to go through like a campaign with a friend, co-op, a Mass Effect campaign, co-op with a friend. That would be awesome. Give me my co-op Mass Effect game, BioWare. If you're out there listening, I want it. Please. I know it's logistically complicated, but if anyone can do it, it's you guys. Okay? Like, come on. Please. I am begging you. Um this game. This game is it's fun. It's also extremely frustrating. It increases in difficulty progressively over time, and that's just it. It's the same thing, and it just gets harder the longer that you play. And you basically, the entire point is just to see how long you can go before you mess it up. Um, and it's a blast, honestly. Let's see here. All right, this is like a VR combat game. Supreme Commander 2. I've apparently played this game for long enough to finish presumably a single-player campaign, but I remember nothing about it, which does not speak well to how captivating it actually was. If I could have played 17 and a half hours of it and not remember a freaking thing. Alright. Well, that's a decent slate of games to put on future streams, huh? I'm sorry, Opcode. I missed your previous messages here, but yeah, Factorio is good. I've played a fair bit of Factorio actually. KSP I own, but I tried installing it once and play it, and I was consistently having some frustrating issues with it. I decided I was going to try to come back to it later, and that was several years ago. So I technically haven't played KSP either, but I do own it. I'm not sure how much I want to stream KSP, but it's one to consider probably sometime down the line. That one isn't in my Steam backlog, but I've also got like a bunch of games on the Epic Store because, you know, they do all those free giveaways, and then like stuff like KSP I just have. It's not really attached to a specific storefront. It's just, you know, I have an account through KSP's site, and I can just get the game that way. But yeah. Anyway, actually, you know, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and pop open Epic and see what's in there. Because there's definitely more stuff in there than, well, not necessarily more stuff in there, but there's a higher percentage of stuff I haven't played in that library than in the Steam library. So. You know, if it would open sometime this century. Okay, there we go. As you can see, the only thing I even have currently installed on the Epic Launcher is MechWarrior 5, which I have been playing on and off with my roommate and a couple other friends. Most of these are just free things that I thought was interesting. In the case of Bioshock, I have actually played Bioshock 1 and Bioshock Infinite. The reason I picked those up was because it also had Bioshock 2 in there, which I haven't played. I also haven't played any of the Arkham games, like, at all. Originally, I didn't think I was going to be interested in them because aesthetically, they looked a lot like the Dark Knight stuff, which I didn't hate. I just didn't really feel like I wanted to play a video game of that Batman. But later I found out, writing-wise, and in terms of at least some decent chunk of the talent, actually, it is a lot more like Batman the Animated Series, and I am all over playing Batman games that have a lot more of that in it, and particularly in terms of the writing and the acting. So, that's absolutely something I want to play at some point, is going through the Arkham games. I don't remember what Celeste is even supposed to be. Platformer. Okay. That actually sounds like it'd be right up my alley, which is probably why I grabbed it. I would guess. Control. Oh yeah, this was shooter with like weird powers mechanic, which is also like a kind of a niche thing that I tend to enjoy. Crying Suns. I think that was like a 4X or something. Oh, it's a tactical roguelite, right. It's got kind of a... The replaying through it, I think, is built into the narrative. So it's like, it's got a meta narrative bit to it. Guild of Dungeoneering, that's another one I'm interested in playing. I don't know why I picked up the Lego Batman games on Epic, but apparently I did at some point. Neon Abyss, Prison Architect. I think I may have played Rime already. Mages of Mistralia. I don't remember what that one's about. Yeah, okay. Third person. Interesting. So you like craft spells and stuff. That must be why I was interested in it. That does sound fun. Yeah. So, point is, we've got quite a lot of stuff to pick from here in terms of what we'll do on stream after Outer Wilds. I might put like a poll up on Twitter at some point. Let that go for a few days or something. See what people are more interested in. But in the meantime, we are actually getting close to running the stream for 4 hours, close to 1 hour of which has just been sitting here talking about the games I have yet to play. So, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. It has been wonderful having you all here, as always. I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your evening. Farewell, citizens. But fear not, for I shall return on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for Dust and Elysian Tale.